It's showtime at Homestead, Miami.
Andre Baranowskis at the line, steals it in the Indy 250.
Line in the back, there's in trouble, let it go. Gordon's in the wall, jumps right around.
Side by side on the final lap, coming to the checkered flag.
Steve Morgan, the last lap pass, and the victory in Las Vegas.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
Just watch me now. Just watch me now. I got something for you, a little more for you. You won't believe your eyes. Just watch me now. Just watch me now. I got something for you, a little more for you. You won't believe your eyes. Just watch me now. Just watch me now. Just watch me now. Just watch me now.
This place, no doubt about it, it's God's country when it comes to the NOFSRL, especially for the biggest race the New Era Cup Series has all season long. We're at the World Center of Racing today, Daytona International Speedway, to put a halt to NOFSRL Speed Weeks presented by Mellow Yellow. The final day of competition all week at the Daytona International Speedway. This race will turn you into a legend forever and ever. Welcome to the 6th edition of the Daytona 500 in the NOFSRL New Era Cup Series. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Marty Sakala. Glad you could join us for the biggest day the NOFSRL New Era Cup Series has every single year in a points battle. Breaking down the field here for you, we have got 2 previous New Era Cup Series champions and 2 previous Daytona 500 winners, and also the most experienced field in the New Era Cup Series because about 30 to 35 drivers, they have run a Daytona 500 before in this series. I'm joined alongside Season 2 Daytona 500 driver, not a winner unfortunately, but William Brock. He's got some experience at the Daytona International Speedway. William, like I said, you've raced in the Daytona 500 before. What are these drivers feeling at the moment?
Yeah, I think they're feeling a lot of pressure because they definitely want to win this race, but they don't want to, be too aggressive, going around the track because they don't want to. The last thing they need is ending up in the big one. So I think they're going to be a little calm and maybe try and wait until the end to get a little bit aggressive.
It's going to be a very big, interesting task here for all 40 drivers in the field. Now, we saw in the duels as well as in the 2 practice sessions with all 40 cars on the track, a lot of pack racing, 3 wide and 2 wide, and some in a single, and just some going by themselves to avoid risking putting their car into a backup situation. Luckily, we saw no wrecks in any of those, but we do have one driver going to the back of the pack, though. I'll explain that in just a moment. What do you think these guys are going to take from those previous sessions, William, headed into this race?
Well, as I mentioned before, they're going to try to not be too aggressive early on in the race. They're going to wait till near the end to be as aggressive as they can to try and get towards the front, to be able to take that checkered flag and get in the victory lane.
So let's give you the starting lineup for all 40 cars for the Daytona 500 before they go to the track for their warm-up lap before the green flag. I've said this every single day during Speed Weeks after Daytona 500 full qualifying. You could not have asked for a better front row. Steve Morgan, the defending New Era Cup Series champion, on the pole, and the most popular driver in the NOFSRL in his 5th Daytona 500 attempt, Zachary Fitzwater, in the 4. Row 2, the dual winners, the 18 of Ethan Hoffman dual 1 winner. Into full-time competition, the first time since season number 4, Christian Vargas in his second Daytona 500 attempt won dual number 2. Another championship 4 driver on the inside makes up row 3, Nathan Stapleton in the 42. Jesse Turner back in the iconic 43 now, this time for the New Era Cup Series. Row number 4, a pair of drivers making their New Era Cup Series debuts today. Neil Clifford in the 53, Jacob Britt, one of the open cars that made the field on Wednesday night. Row number 4, Brian Ferris in the 20 car, second Daytona 500 attempt for him. Cody Smart had a breakout year, 2 wins part-time last season, looking to keep it going this year full-time. The 5th row, Diego Rossello making his New Era Cup Series debut. Johnny Garner, the most wins in the NOFSRL. Row number 6, Jonathan Logan back for the first time since season 4. Carter Friesen next to him outside. Row number 7, Eric Monaco back in the 3 for the first time since season 4. Alex Lozano in his New Era Cup Series debut. Row 8, one of the part-timers, Ryan Benjamin had the slowest car in qualifying, but has a pretty good car in the draft. And a man that has some of the most wins in NOFSRL competition, Patrick Smith. Row number 9, he was in the Championship 4 last year and was a lap away from winning it, Justin Zidell, and next to him, Zach Ryan, also making his New Era Cup Series debut. Row 10, Matt Tuck and the Kobe Bryant Tribute Scheme. Matthew Logan, runner-up in the Championship 4 and Rookie of the Year. Row number 11, it's Season 4 Daytona 500 winner, Ryan New, Edwin Mendez. Next to him, first time he's in a Toyota ever in the New Era Cup Series. Row 12, Mitchell Collins in the 19, moving from the 20 in his second Daytona 500, and the Season 3 Daytona 500 champion, and the man with the most wins ever in the New Era Cup Series, and that is Colin Denton. The 13th row, Gatlin Downey in the 52, Rick Ware Racing, full-time effort this season. Derek Hamill, this is his home race, in the 32 next to him. Row number 14, Benny Watson in his second 500 in the 38, just like Brian Webb, and his first 500 was a lap away from winning on a last lap pass. Then you got CJ Williams in the 24, John Andrews wants to turn his luck around in the 17, Eli Bright up next in the 8, Daniel Boyles, both drivers returning for the first time, Boyles season 2, Bright season 3. Tyler Marco in the 48, looking to rebound after not leading a single lap last season. Next to him, it's his old ride, this time occupied by Luke Rainey. Stuart Grant in the 41, the Season 3 New Era Cup Series champion. Welcome back him. And Igor Barreto makes his New Era Cup Series debut in the 77. And in the final row, row number 20, Marty Johnson. Remember, he was supposed to start 13th, but had to go to a backup car because of an engine change. Casey Nanico rounds out the field for the 6th Daytona 500. Well, it's that time again. Let's get the cars rolling. We'll give you the race analysis while they go out on the track. If we do have any issues with some of the cars, we will reset the field. Looks like everyone is all good to go. Once again, it is a 50-lap race around the 2.5-mile super speedway at the World Center of Racing. The stages changed this season. Big stage changes as well. First off, stages 1 and 2, each 16 laps. Stage 3 will be 18 laps. And the other thing you've got to keep in mind as well, in the stages, top 10 will receive points towards the end of the regular season to try and become the regular season champion. Remember, the stages 1 and 2 will remain the same, where the winner gets a playoff point. Stage 3 winner, 5 playoff points, and into the playoff, permitted that you stay in the top 30. William, while we're waiting, what's your keys to the race?
Well, you definitely want to. Well, timing is definitely a good factor in this race. You know, you definitely have to work out your pitch strategy if you do end up having a long green flag run throughout this whole race. So, yeah, that's definitely the key. If you have a green flag race, then the good pitch strategy will be key here.
Pit window is between 30 to 40 laps. Remember, 1x because it is a super speedway. Real quick, who do you got winning the race today?
Well, I'd say it'll probably be between either either of the front row between the 13 and the 4, because Fitzwater has a lot of experience not only in NOFSRL but also throughout the entire NR community. So I'd say I'm going to have to go with Fitzwater.
It's going to be a fun one. We have waited since November for all 40 cars to take the green flag. Pace car is in. Steve Morgan to bring the field to green. And ladies and gentlemen, at Daytona, it's showtime! Look at the gap. The top two have already put. Steve Morgan will lead the first lap of the Daytona 500. And now the key, one of the bigger keys here, watch the low line closely. It's been successful all week. We've seen some success from the high line, especially in the AT&T Clash, but you want the low line if you want to try and win this race.
And there you see Brian Ferris trying to go through on the inside of the 18, and now he's going on the...
He's got a good run. He has his teammate now, Ethan Hoffman, behind him, and then he got the two Penske affiliations, Jonathan Logan and Johnny Garner, working together. Ferris to the top spot here in the Daytona 500. Here comes Hoffman down low, and he's taking second from Steve Morgan. With the packs racing as well here, William. One of the big keys here, if you want to try and win this race, you have to avoid the big one.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, and one of the biggest, keys to avoiding the big one is trying not to go four wide. But if some people are desperate enough to get to the front, some people may end up trying to do that.
We saw 4 wide in the AT&T Clash, and that caused a wreck involving this man, Johnny Gardner himself, but he's about to lose third spot to Matt Tuck in the 95. He's got another Toyota behind him, Mitchell Collins in the 19. It looks like that this manufacturer game, like we've seen in real life, could be another big key today.
Yeah, you see the top 4 on going straight line, and the rest of the field is just 3 wide all the way back.
Jonathan Logan defending on Matt Tuck, and that's going to help out Mitchell Collins take third. The Toyotas are trying to get together and try and force Logan up to the top side, and that way those Camrys can try to work together. But now here goes Collins down low. He's got Gatlin Downey behind him in the 52, side by side for a moment. But can Collins get to the quarter panel of Logan? Yes, he can. That's a good run down low here. And then you've got 3 Chevys. Actually make that 5 Chevys working together. Downey, Williams, Bright, Voiles, and Markle. Top 2 right. Go ahead.
Yeah, there you see Voiles, making his way up to the field. He definitely wants to win this race, so he's going to do whatever he can to get up front.
Top 4 really working together. Then you've got 3 wide for 5th on back. Voiles looking underneath Tuck and Logan. And that Penske 21, the Wood Brothers 21 to be exact, starting to fall back. But here comes as well CJ Williams in the 96 and on a battle for the lead. Collins looking underneath his teammate to try and take the top spot at Daytona early on, and Williams read that perfectly. I should say Collins read that perfectly as he read Williams was getting to the bottom side.
Yeah, and there you see Williams' teammate Tyler Marco right behind him, giving him a bit of a drafting help as he tries to go for 3rd place.
They're 2 by 2 right now in the first 5 or 6 rows, and then they got a 3 wide battle with Andrews looking inside for about maybe 14th spot on the track. Here's a run though. Ferris is still doing a good job keeping the lead up top though. Remember, these cars have higher downforce than you usually see in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series race from yesterday. Now, Collins is going to get stuck in this sucker hole. Here comes Williams, and this will help out the 20 car cut in front of CJ.
Yeah, when Yeah, when these cars get into the turns, the inside line's definitely the way to go, but it seems that going on the back straightaway, the outside line seems to have more push than the inside.
And now you got 3 Chevys trying to work on that inside line besides Williams and Marco. You got Justin Zeidel up there in the 1 car. Remember, he led the most laps in the Daytona 500 last year, so we got a challenge for the lead. Williams looking underneath Ferris, and CJ goes to the top spot.
And there you see Marco right behind him, and right behind Marco you have Justin Zeidel in the number 1 car.
Good job battling for second, remaining side by side. Here comes Ryan Benjamin in the 36. Also as well, one of the third Hendrick car. That's Alex Lozano in the 88. Where's the 9 car? There's Diego Rossello in the blue and white number 9 behind the 66 of Ryan New. Williams will lead the lap of the line. We got 9 laps to go here in stage 1. Remember, top 10 receiving points here. And 1 point will really matter, especially going towards the championship. 3 wide here for second spot. Benjamin looking underneath.
Yeah, and there you can see the number 77, Igo Barreto. You know, he almost locked himself in on qualifying, but just got knocked out of the front row and had to race his way into the duel. But luckily he managed to get in, and there you see him getting up near the front.
Look at the gap, though, that CJ Williams has put on second spot because these drivers are going side by side. You need to try and get drafting with Williams, or else CJ is going to try and play a lot of good defense. He's got already about maybe a 3-4 car length lead over the 3 wide battle.
Yeah, I think CJ Williams is definitely enjoying seeing this 3 wide battling all the way through the field, because this is definitely going to give him some more. Well, actually, no, not anymore. He's a bit of a sitting duck now, as here comes the number 17 of John Andrews with Igo Barreto right behind him.
Yeah, watch them closely. They cleared the 88 of Lozano, but now Barreto's not going to work with the 17 to try and take the runner-up spot. And here comes Ryan New in the 66. Barreto up to second. And now let's see if the 77 can get a nice toe off the 24, especially in the tri-oval here. Nothing really working out just yet. Looking at the speeds here at the moment, the 48 car of Tyler Markle, fastest lap, 45.951. This is the coldest day, by the way, we've had all speed weeks long. Temperatures in the 60s, and it is a cloudy day. Still a nice day, though, for racing, though.
Yeah, and it's definitely good for the cars, because since there's not a lot of heat on the track, that means cooler temperatures, and that means the speeds get a lot faster going into the track.
Here comes the Season 4 Daytona 500 champ Ryan New to the runner-up spot. And he's going to have some rookies behind him, Diego Rossello and Neil Clifford. And now New, let's see if he can get a good slingshot here off of CJ Williams. Nothing working out just yet. Take you on board here for a lap with the 66 car. Has a nice little draft here in turns 1 and 2. Oh, he may try and go for the lead here off down the backstretch here, William.
He's definitely getting close to his bumper, but we'll see if he can make the pass.
He's going for it. He's got the slingshot, and the top 2 have pretty much... Look at the gap again on third. That doesn't seem like a big gap, but if you're a driver racing in a pack, it is.
Yeah, it's a big deal for the top 2 right now, because when they're on the outside and they're battling all the way, it definitely helps the top 2 get away a little bit, but when it gets into the turns, they're pretty much a sitting duck at this point.
Ryan New, the new leader at Daytona, just got Williams to the line. Here comes Rossello in at the 9 car, trying to go for a second and maybe even go for a playoff point. Remember, we got 5 laps to go in stage 1, so a yellow would end stage 1, and whoever would be leading at caution would get the playoff point, and top 10 getting regular season points. But now the high side doing a good job, though, playing defense here. Williams could clear in front of Rossello, and he does perfectly. So now that's going to help out Williams. He's got teammate Rossello behind him. How do you think this turns out?
This is going to turn out good for the Hendrick Brigade, because more teamwork will definitely be the key to getting to the end of this race.
surprisingly, we are already working lap number 13, and we haven't even seen a caution yet. I'm probably going to jinx it, though, because remember, last season, we only had one caution in the race, and that was on about lap 4 or lap 5, and it took out about a dozen cars in that one. Here's the run for Williams. He's got the lead back from Ryan New. Good help there from his teammate, and New will keep the second spot. Here comes Brian Webb in the 6th, and I think these two may remember each other. Remember the 66 and the 6 back when they were in the 95 and the 9 were battling for the win on the final lap of the Daytona 500 back in Season 4.
And there comes the number 11, Edwin Mendez. Right behind him, Steve Morgan, the champion. Let's see if they can get their way towards the lead. As
Steve's got the visor cam as we got a battle for the lead. New trying to look inside, but Williams cuts in front, and you can see Russell looking inside for a third spot.
Yeah, Morgan, there's a reason he's a defending champion. He knows how to race his way around tracks, especially tracks like Daytona. So he's definitely going to have a good shot at winning this race.
Guys are topping out at around 198 miles an hour. Without the draft. Nope, it didn't. Alright, that was... Oh, gosh, I almost had a heart attack. Anyway, top 4 trying to pull a single file train and break away from Steve Morgan in 5th. So as I was saying, William, I apologize, by the way. It's Ryan News going for the lead on CJ Williams. Remember, we saw these drivers without the draft in qualifying hitting speeds of about 190. So with the draft, you're about 10 miles an hour faster.
Yeah, when you're in the draft, you can definitely get up to 200 miles an hour. Maybe even 202 at the most. So it'll be interesting to see how they can keep going the way they are without wrecking.
Steve Morgan has been able to use the draft and get up into the front pack. Remember, he started on pole, and he's got behind him Marty Johnson, who started from the 39th spot. Here we come to the white flag for stage number 1. Ryan New currently in the lead. Brian Webb standing in the 2nd spot. And oh my goodness, takes me back to 2018 lap. 2 seasons ago. New shuts the door on Brian Webb, and here comes Johnson inside on Steve Morgan.
And there you see Nathan Stapleton on the inside of Edwin Mendez.
He's got a good run going down the backstretch, but can Brian Webb do something? No. Williams will do something. He's looking inside for a 2nd spot on Webb. The 6 cannot get any room to cut down low. And I think they just gave stage 1 away to Ryan New, unless CJ Williams puts a big slingshot on the 66 off of the 4th corner. Who's going to get placed in the top 10 for the first time this season? It's going to be Ryan New with the first playoff point. CJ Williams 2nd, Brian Webb is 3rd. We'll get the rest of the standings here. Morgan 4th, Rossello 5th. Well, excuse me, Johnson 5th, Mendez 6th, Stapleton 7th, Rossello 8th, Marco 9th, and Colin Denton is 10th. And Brian Webb just took it 3 wide inside for the race lead. Remember, we do not go cautions after the stages. We keep it green and going. Here comes the champ, Steve Morgan inside, and he's got help from Johnson.
And like I mentioned before, here comes Nathan Stapleton making his way up to the front with Ego Barretto right behind him.
42 cars got a nice run on Marty Johnson here off of turn number 4, but the high side gonna get the push. This is something kind of similar to what we saw happen with Steve Morgan back in the clash. He just lost speed again off of turn 4, and this is going to help CJ Williams look back inside for the lead.
Yeah, he's got a good bit of a distance right now. But here comes Marty Johnson going right behind Brian New.
New into the 3rd position in the number 66 machine. Can he look inside here on Brian Webb? He's got the corner panel there again. He's got it. And now here comes Johnson in the 12, towing off of the 66, looking for 3rd position. Igor Barretto up there as well with the 77. Oh, hang on. Casey Nanico below the apron.
Ooh,
you think you got a touch maybe from Alex Lozano?
It might be, I wasn't sure, but that was definitely a close one. If she had gotten back on the track and touched the front of another car, that would have definitely ended badly.
was running in 23rd when they crossed the line. Anyway, Williams continuing to lead. New second. Johnson looking for third. Here comes Rossello again. Here comes Fitzy. Don't look now. He's got to run inside on Rossello. He's up to 6th.
Yeah, he'd been relatively quietly for the first bit of this race, but now we see him going up towards the front again.
19 laps into the books. No doubt the longest green flag run we've ever had in a Daytona 500 to start things off. Williams and New and Webb, they've got the single file train right now, side by side for 4th. Johnson on Barretto. He's got that spot by now. Here comes Webb looking inside on New, but he's got no help. New and Williams are going to keep the draft working to keep 1 and 2 and shut the door on Brian Webb. Here's Fitzy inside.
Yeah, and he's got Justin Seidel right behind him with Brian Ferris and Daniel Voiles.
At the line there in the battle for 4th spot. It's a close one. Scoring's going to say Johnson over 2 100s, but now Webb gets a run on New, takes 2nd spot. Had a lot of momentum there coming out of the tri-oval. So Webb up to 2nd now, looking on CJ Williams. Needs the help though. He could get Fitzwater's help in the 4 machine. Here comes as well as Idell with the 1. He's got a good run on Fitzy. Nothing working out just yet. As Fitzwater inside on New for 3rd spot.
Yeah, Zeidel's definitely going to do all he can to push people up to the front so he can get himself up to the front as well. I think that's the 95 of Matt Tuck right behind Zeidel.
First time I believe he's broken the top 10 today. Looking inside this on Ferris now trying on Zeidel. He tried to shut the door on him, but if he did, it would have caused a big wreck.
Yeah, that's definitely not a smart move on his part, but thankfully he backed out a little bit.
Haven't seen any drivers with issues at all today, but one man that is been playing it safe in the back of the pack today, Stuart Gratton in the 41. Remember, starting in the back as well, so I don't know what's going on with him. I think he's just trying to play it safe. You know, he hasn't driven a New Era Cup car since season number 4, and now you see Ryan New, Zachary Fitzwater inside, trying to get a 2nd and 3rd from Brian Webb. Fitzwater's going to take a 3 wide down low. Williams can cut in front of the 4.
Yeah, and here comes Tuck and Voiles trying to make their way into the top 5.
They got a good run in the 95 and 47 off of turn number 2. And now Fitzwater trying down low. He hasn't even cleared New yet, but Williams now starting to pull away again in that 24 machine.
And there you see Voiles. He just got on the inside of Tuck, and now he's pushing Fitzwater to the front.
Looking for 3rd position in that 47, his first race since season number 2 of the New Era Cup Series. Currently running in 4th position. So we got 9 laps to go until stage 2 concludes. What a great race we've had so far. It's been clean. A lot of 2 wide, 3 wide racing. This is very impressive. The only wreck we've had in a race so far during speed weeks on my side in the New Era Cup Series has been the AT&T Clash, where they had that 4 wide situation with like Johnny Garner and Mitchell Collins, etc. And they wrecked. 3 wide for 3rd. Here comes Webb inside on Daniel Voiles. He's got help from Mitchell Collins in the 19.
Yeah, and there you see number 3 of Eric Monaco right behind him, along with the number 34 of Colin Denton.
Denton is back up there. He knows how to get it done at these super speedways. But Fitzwater, he's got a run on CJ Williams up to the rear bumper. As we are now halfway home at Daytona, at the halfway point to be exact, on lap number 25. CJ Williams, no doubt about it. He's led the most laps so far today in the 500. I cannot believe we are already halfway home. Oh my, has the time flied by, William.
Yeah, it certainly has. It's been very surprising we haven't had a caution early on in the race. And I'll be very surprised if this race goes green all the way through.
We've never had a caution-free Daytona 500 But right now, these drivers are doing really good. Not playing aggressive at the moment, as Voiles has improved his second spot. And here comes New and Tuck, two Toyotas, working together to try and get by Fitzwater and Webb. Two Fords up top.
Yeah, Mad Tug getting help from Eric Monaco. And here comes Tug on the inside of Brian New for third place.
Monaco and Denton coming up as well in the 3 and the 34. The 95 and the Kobe Bryant tribute car up to the third position. Here comes Monaco in the 3 machine. And that's one of the nicest schemes we've seen all season long. Here comes as well Colin Denton on board with the 34 car. He's got Lozano behind him in the 88. It's 3 wide for 4th position. New starts to fade on back. But now Voiles and Tuck, they're back together, but now Tuck wants inside on Voiles. Kind of like what Voiles had done to Tuck, tried to split him up, tried to get back at him.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like he's going to get a lot of help because Voiles is right behind Williams, but looks like Tuck will get second.
95 is up there as well, and now Voiles left out to dry. No one working on the top side, the high line fading back with New and Fitzwater, who are up in the front of the pack for most of the race as well. So, while we're at the halfway point, as we've got 3 wide for second, Denton looking inside. William, I want to know, at the halfway point, who are your ones to watch, even before we have pit stops? And we're near that pit window as well, keep in mind.
Well, for me, I'm definitely looking at Igo Barretto to be the dark horse to win this race because he's done really well in this race so far, especially for a rookie. But then again, this is Daytona, so virtually anybody can win.
Igor Barretto at the line was 11th. But yes, you said it perfectly. Anyone can win at the Daytona International Speedway. That's why everyone loves it. Season 3 Daytona 500 champ Colin Denton. His first time in the 34 car since season number 4. He's up there on the 24. Can he look inside for the lead? Not just yet. But he's putting a good push to CJ Williams. That's even affecting the 88 of Alex Lozano, Williams' teammate. But now Denton goes top. I think we got pit stops coming up. And we do. Here they come. Hang on, Johnny Gardner. There they go. Ryan Benjamin around the 36. No caution out yet. They're below the apron. And that's going to affect a lot of drivers. Hamill and Friesen. Definitely Benjamin as well. Same with Stapleton. Benjamin's going to stay out. We have no caution, though. Staying green because it was below the apron. Slowed down a lot of the pack, though, because of pit stops. Some came in. Some decided to stay out.
Well, this is going to be bad for the 36 because he's definitely going to be going a lap down after this, as well as a few other cars.
Those are sometimes the consequences of entering pit road in a big pack like this. Who's coming down next? The leaders come in. Denton, Monaco, New, and Webb. Pretty much everyone coming in, but now you got that smaller pack luckily affecting no one, though. As they all go down to a speed of 55 miles an hour. So now the leader is Mitchell Collins, but Barretto with a run on the inside. Now it comes down to pit stops. If you want to win this race, you need to have a flawless pit stop by your crew here, William.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think Igor Barretto might be playing a good strategy here by staying out a little bit longer, but we'll just have to see what happens.
You don't want to be coming in all by yourself because you will not have the draft one bit, and it will cost you the race. Anyway, your top 3, you see in the pack right now, maybe top 4. Top 3, though, Barretto, Collins, and Clifford. They're going to come on down. Jesse Turner, who I believe is a lap down at the moment in the 43 car, which he is. And everyone else coming on in. Luke Rainey, though, is going to stay out along with Eli Bright, so they will go another lap. So Luke Rainey will assume the top spot lead of the line. He's won at a super speedway before at Talladega. But now we've got 20 laps to go. We hit the pit window perfectly between 30 to 40 laps. Oh, trouble! We had some smoke. Mitchell Collins. Is this going to bring the yellow out? Excuse me, that's Brian Ferris. I see the caution lights on. That's going to affect the leaders. Downey with damage in the 52. And this is for the race back to the line. Bright inside on Rainey. Pit road is obviously closed. But a spin in the middle of the pit cycles is going to change everything. Eli Bright will bring them to the caution flag. We saw smoke in 1 and 2. I didn't see the yellow light come on. There's Monaco with damage in the 3 car. Then remember, that's pit road. One of the narrower pit roads we have in the New Era Cup Series. But that 20 car, Brian Ferris, the bad luck continues for him. He is going to be done for the day.
Yeah,
By the way, I'm sorry, William, with the final lap as well on stage 2, so this will be Luke Rainey's stage. He's going to get it. So Eli Bright did not lead at the caution. It was Luke Rainey. So your top 10, Rainey, Collins, Clifford, Gardner, Watson, Logan, Morgan, Smith, Barretto. Now it's all changed, excuse me. We'll figure that out in a moment. But Brian Ferris is done. And now we'll see drivers come in for their lone pit stops. But Luke Rainey, he played the strategy. I think he may have played it perfectly. But remember, everyone else is going to be on the lead lap. But wow, has the 500 just changed big time. Latest first caution in Daytona 500 history. Rainey, I believe, was the only one who stayed out. Maybe Igor Barretto as well. I think he's got to come in too. Or he may stay out. I think he's staying out as well, so...
No,
actually, I don't know.
I think he already came in. Yeah,
yes, he did.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out in a moment. Oh, Mendez! What happened to him? Upside down in the 11. Let's get a replay and figure out what happened.
Ooh, Markle turned him.
Yeah, coming out of pit road here, Markle into... Oh, that's a hard shot for the 20 car. I don't know if there was some bad blood or history. Oh, Rossello misses it. But these guys are going to get slowed down by it. They luckily don't get damage. Now, remember, pit road, one of the narrower pit roads, we saw Daniel Voiles get damage in the 47, and same with that in Edwin Mendez. Let's figure out what happened there as well. Alright, watch the 52 here, Gatlin Downey. Smart was just coming out, and Voiles got into the back of him. Now, what happened as well to Edwin Mendez in the 11? I believe we have a stack up down the back. Watch from the blimp. Oh, yeah. You see it up front. Collins into Garner, and then here they go. Oh! Oh! Oh, my! Voiles upside down! Same with Mendez! Holy cow!
Wow, that is not something you see every day. I've seen stack-ups before, but nothing quite like this.
Goodness gracious! Let's get another angle here. Watch this. Look at... Oh, my goodness! Voiles, the rear end, high off the ground like Eric Almirola was in Kansas that one year. Now the Daytona stack-up, the Super Speedway stack-up, very common under caution, but we have never seen it like this. Wow. Oh yeah, by the way, we haven't even shown you what Ryan Benjamin's spin yet. So, Patrick Smith coming in, just got him. Matthew Logan a piece of it. Same with Nathan Stapleton and Derek Hamill. I think Friesen gets involved as well. He does. But wow, close call there, and luckily that does not bring a yellow out, William.
No, but that spin what Brian Ferris did, as well as that big stack up.
So now let's figure out the restart situation here. We got one to go before we go back to green. Okay, let's set the scenario for you. First off, who's out of the race? Believe right now, because we don't have the accident report anymore like we used to. Oh no, Jonathan Logan.
Wow, and another tough day.
Another Penske engine expires there. Okay, so out of the race, if we look at it from the blimp, if you're not on the inside line and you're lapped down, that means you're obviously out. So Daniel Voiles is out, Brian Ferris is out, Edwin Mendez is out, Jesse Turner, I believe, is out as well, and same with Eli Bright, and maybe Benny Watson as well. I think I saw Gatlin Downey still out there. Yes, he is. So we've got 23 drivers on the lead lap at the moment. After pit stops, Igor Barretto is in the race lead. Justin Zeidel second. Stuart Gratton Can you believe this? He's running third now, so that helped him a lot. Colin Denton fourth, and Ryan New will round out the top 5 as we get ready to go back to green. Remember, we got some cars on the inside line that will still be fast, so they could affect the outcome of this race. But anyway, Igor Barreto brings the field into the restart zone. 15 laps to go at Daytona. And what a start the 77 got.
Yeah, but let's see if he can get faster than that 00, which doesn't look like he will going into the turns.
Yeah, Vargas has the inside line, but won't affect his position though, obviously, because Barreto will still have the race lead. It's going to be the question of who can cut down in front first.
Well, as of now, it looks like no one, because it's definitely a long row of lapped cars, so it's going to be hard for any of these drivers to go down below.
Still stuck up top of the leaders. Here's the right for Stuart Grant and Ryan New. New's the first one on the inside. Grant, meanwhile, looking for the lead of the 41. Here we go. 3 wide in turn 4.
And there you see Fitzwater coming down for the lead.
Fitzwater's a lap down. Ryan New to the front of the field. Now the question's going to be who's in second. Barreto in second by inches of the line. Zidell was third. Igor still has the lead. Who, though, has damage in the front? No one does, but right now, they're all in full power. If you're Friesen or Vargas, or maybe even Hamill, Rossell, or Fitzwater, you want to caution now. But Barreto doing a good job on the top side, trying to keep the lead and prevent New from taking it. And Ryan New back to the front at Daytona. I don't know who's even in second right now. I think it's still Barreto.
And there comes that number 16 car. He's a lap down, isn't he?
I believe he is a lap down as well. They've got Barreto called in second spot. Lozano in third. Here's Brits inside on Benjamin. That's not for a spot, but look at the gap the 66 has put. He is gone.
Yeah, he managed to find a way through the lap traffic, and he's pretty much gotten away with the lead at this point.
These other drivers are going into caution, no doubt about that, but we've never seen anyone win 2 Daytona 500s. Ryan New could have that opportunity. They're all single file for right now in the lead pack. Second spot right now, John Andrews in the 17. Here comes Johnson inside on Andrews. Nothing working out just yet. A part-time driver as well. They've never won the Daytona 500. And New gets in front of Vargas. Oh, that was tight there. Close calls there as well. Rossell left out to drive for New. It could be tight. But remember, that lead pack, the second drivers, the runner-up to the moment, they got the inside line. Marty Johnson, he's now in second. Andrews back inside on Grattan for third. They're all starting to flag out and fan out, excuse me, and try to see where their car is good at. But New, all the way up top, here comes Marty Johnson. The Fords working together. You got Johnson second, Andrews third, and Grattan is in fourth. But now Johnson stuck up top side. Let's see if he can get a run on Ryan New. He's got the drift on the 66. Andrews is going with as well. Johnson is there. He can't cut inside though.
And there you see Stuart Grattan going on the inside of John Andrews.
Oh, look at the run he's going to get. Look at the run that Stuart Grattan is going to get. He's inside for second. New did not block down low though. The low line's got the momentum off of the turn. 3 wide, 2 of them battling for second. New, though, now has the draft up the middle from Johnson. A good push there. And now Grant, he's up to the quarter panel of Ryan New. This is for the race lead of the Daytona 500. When they come to the line, there will be 10 laps to go in the Great American Race. 3 wide for second. I don't know how Ryan New kept the lead.
Yeah,
He's got a nice draft. He can't clear Rossello just yet. Go ahead, William.
Yeah, Grattan's having a bit of a hard time getting past New with Ethan Hoffman right in front.
He's got the run here.
Car, but
He's got the run here. Stuart Grattan inside. 3 wide for the race lead at Daytona. Stuart Grattan to the top spot with 10 laps to go.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a little bit tough trying to take the lead from Brian New, but it's definitely going to come down to the wire as of now between him and new.
From 37th to the race lead, Stuart Gretton. Here comes Lozano in the 88. Gretton shuts the door. Can you just imagine? Stuart Gretton, the last time he raced a Cup car, he won. And it was at Homestead, Miami in a photo finish. Johnson up to the back bumper of the 41, though. Two of the most experienced drivers battling for the lead with 9 to go. And he looks inside. Can he get the help from Fitzwater? Almost at the quarter panel. Trying everything he can. Can he get a tow from Hoffman? He's got the run inside. Marty Johnson from 39th as well to the lead. Coming to the stripe will be 8 laps to go. The 12 car trying to get by Grant. Who's got the draft to the line? It's going to be Stewart.
Yeah, but it looks like Johnson will have the edge going into turns 1 and 2.
Inside, they're 3 wide. To the top spot, here comes as well Luke Rainey and Casey Nanico. Rainey and Nanico, they've both been quiet today, and they're battling for the win when the time is right.
Yeah,
Johnson's got a good lead.
Yeah, and there you see Nathan Stapleton in the top 10. Even with that minor damage, he still managed to, find his way near the front of the race.
Johnson a good lead over Luke Rainey. Now trying to draft with the last cars on the lead lap of Brits, Rossello, and Friesen. Now he's trying to get by at the line. 7 laps to go at Daytona. And he gets a good run here. Vargas wants to push him. Johnson saying, come on, Christian, help me out. Don't get by me, whatever. Let's keep the low line working. Here comes Rainey, though. He's got a good toe off of Vargas, though. He's in second. Nanico is third. Who's in fourth? It's Andrews. Lozano, that's their top 5 at the moment. Johnson now trying to get by Brits in the 16. Brits will go with. But now Rainey's going to get a toe here off of Johnson. On board with a 15. Ethan Hoffman working behind him. But now Rainey and Hoffman decide to go to the top side. Here comes Nanico in the 51. 6 to go. Johnson trying to hog the bottom and the double yellow line. He's 3 wide inside, but Rainey is right behind him.
Yeah, this is definitely going to come down between these 3 for right now.
Off of turn 2, Rainey does not make his move. He's not up to the back bumper yet. He'll get a nice toe here on turn 3. Here comes Nanico, though, on the 15. He may look inside for a second. He can't. Johnson tried to look on Friesen. Friesen shuts the door. He's hoping for a caution to come out right now. But I don't think he's going to get it. One of the last cars on the lead lap. Here they come to the stripe. 5 laps to go at Daytona. A yellow flag will end the race. And Marty Johnson trying to end the long winless streak that dates back to season 1. He's inside on Friesen. And that would put Carter a lap down. They're all 2 by 2 in the turn. Nanico 3rd, Andrews 4th, Lozano remains in 5th. Who is in 6th? It is now Barretto in 6th.
Yeah, that whole lap car situation did not help Barretto.
Here comes Nanico. Nanico looking inside for a second spot. Friesen cuts in front of him. Coming out of the turn. 4 laps to go. The Daytona 500 has turned into the Daytona 10. They're single file for right now. 1 car separating first and second. Friesen wants to think about looking. There he goes. He's going to the inside. Nanico's going to go. What a shame for Marty Johnson. He may lose the lead here to the 51 car. Casey Nanico to the lead in the Daytona 500. Alex Lozano looking inside. The draft will work, though, up top. Nanico should keep the lead here. He can't get to the quarter panel.
Yeah, and here you see Igor Barretto in 5th place right now. He's definitely making his way back up.
He's inside on Luke Rainey. Ryan New trying to fight his way back up to the front. 3 laps to go. Your top 2 battling for the win. 1 car separating second and third. Now Johnson has Ryan with him, his teammate. Lozano and Johnson are going to go by him. For the race lead, Alex Lozano inside. This is a great battle for the Daytona 500 victory. I don't want it to end. Lozano with the lead off 2. Johnson would help up teammate Ryan down the back. The quarter panel's there for Marty Johnson. He's got more help on the low side. And he's there. Luke Rainey back into the picture. Looking for third on Nanico. Marty Johnson, he'll commit back up top. 2 laps to go at Daytona. Marty Johnson 5 miles away from his first win since Texas back in season 1. He's inside on Carter Friesen. Lozano trying to cut in front of Ryan. He can. Now what do you do if you're the 12 car? A fun fact is... Go ahead.
Well, definitely the first thing you want to do is try and hold off that 88, but it might be difficult coming down to the white flag.
The last 2 Daytona 500s have come down to a last lap pass. Will that be the case today? Off of turn number 4, they will see the white flag one more time around the World Center of Racing. Marty Johnson, Carter Friesen cuts off Alex Lozano with the white. And Friesen looks inside. And he's there. Oh boy, it's get your popcorn ready at turn 1. Lozano has a run to the inside. Now, who gets the draft down the back? They are side by side down the backstretch. Brits to the inside. Johnson stuck up top. Can he get the help for Friesen? He's got the run. He's got the run. Can he cut down inside? He can. Huge cut there for Marty Johnson. Into 3 and 4. Coming to the home stretch. The winless streak is finally over. Marty Johnson wins the Daytona 500. Rainey second. Lozano third. Barretto fourth. New fifth. Clifford 6th, Nanico 7th, Stapleton 8th, Denton 9th, and Zidell 10th. This man only has 1 career New Era Cup Series win, coming back from Season 1, and today the winless streak is finally over. You could not have asked it for it to happen at a better race.
Yeah, definitely a good, hard-fought win for Marty Johnson coming into those final laps. It's a little bit disappointing Barretto didn't win this race. He was running so well in that, all day. And just those lap cars just kind of ruined his chances of winning. But I think, him being a rookie, he'll definitely take a top 5.
What a debut for Igor Barretto, definitely. 4th position. Same with Neil Clifford finishing in 6th. But today it's all Marty Johnson winning the Daytona 500. Let's go back to that final lap and break it down for you. Alright, let's break down the final lap. William, take us through.
Well, there you see the number 37 pushing Johnson over, still keeping him into the lead. And there you see the number 88 of coming down, trying to come down below Johnson, but he's having a bit of a hard time with that number 37 right in front of him. And of course the outside line ends up getting a better run on going into the back straightaway. And that pretty much what sealed this whole race for Marty Johnson.
Let's keep in mind here as well. Who cares if the game crashes here? Alright, I'm gonna point some stuff out here. Remember here, Friesen's a Chevy and Johnson's a Ford, so Friesen kind of wants Lozano to win here. So if you watch going into turn 1, yeah, Friesen gets the draft, puts Johnson up top, and now Lozano's going to get a run here in 1 and 2. But here's the thing here, where Friesen kind of makes the mistake. He goes up top, and Lozano gets stuck in the middle. Brits looks down low, and right now Lozano just in the sucker hole. The high side. They got the momentum on the banking off of turn 2. Johnson's got the push from Friesen down the back. Cut in front. And that's it. That is it. Winless streak over for Marty Johnson. and he finally gets it done.
Yeah, 5 seasons without a win, that's definitely makes a win feel a whole lot better for Marty Johnson.
Absolutely. So, let's give you your official... So let's give you your official results. Here are the top 28. Well, on our screens, you guys have the top 20. Who stands out to you amongst those that finished on the lead lap, besides Johnson as well?
Well, like I mentioned earlier, Ego Beretta, his first ever start here in the New Era Cup Series, finishes 4th. His first top 5 and only his first start. He almost had a shot to win, but the lap cars just ruined it for him in the end. But a top 5 nonetheless is a good start for his rookie season.
Came so close. And then let's look at 21 through 40. Tough break for a lot of drivers that had to end their day early from the stack up under caution.
Yeah, especially with Boyles and Mendez. Just that pile up was just, as I mentioned earlier, I've seen a lot of stackouts before, but nothing quite like that.
Absolutely, same here. So then we look at how the playoffs look at the moment. We know right away Marty Johnson in the playoffs this season once again. But however, though, remember that first off, this is a 36 race season, so you could have more than 16 drivers winning a race. As long as they are in the top 30 in the stands, so keep in mind on that. But we still got a lot of season to go, though, William, before we head into the playoffs.
Oh, absolutely. And if more than 16 drivers end up winning at least one race, it's definitely going to come down whoever has the most wins. So it'll definitely be interesting to see who wins a lot of races this season.
Absolutely. But man, what if this is probably one of the best Daytona 500s we've ever had in the New Era Cup Series. You had as well the most drivers in a pack that were battling for the win at the end. So that to me is very impressive. We only had one caution during the cycle of pit stops. This may be right now, William, the best Daytona 500 ever.
Yeah, and definitely definitely has probably one of, if not the longest green flag runs in the Daytona 500 history for New Era Cup Series. So, all in all, today was an extraordinary day.
Absolutely. Final thoughts today, partner?
I don't think any more can be said. Probably the best Daytona 500 ever in this series history.
Go ahead.
And definitely, Marty Johnson breaking that 5-season winless streak, definitely something to celebrate.
Absolutely. So that puts, unfortunately, an end to NOFSRL Speed Weeks presented by Mellow Yellow. What a fun Speed Weeks this was. The best Speed Weeks in NR 2003 history as well. We want to thank you as well, the fans, for watching us each and every day. We have action on track. We look forward to continuing action again next week. Speaking of next week, the New Era Cup Series, same with the Chick-fil-A Cup Series and Turkey Hill Series. Begin the West Coast Swing in Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Green flag time is about 2 o'clock Eastern Time. And it should be a fun one to watch for. On behalf of William Brock, I am Murray Sakala. You've been watching the NOFSRL New Era Cup Series Daytona 500 as a part of NOFSRL Speed Weeks presented by Mellow Yellow. We congratulate Marty Johnson, not just for ending his 5-season winless streak, but for also winning the 6th edition of the Daytona 500.